So I am kind of tired, so it's a bit of a boring rant tonight. What do I tell you? Let's do it that way. It's a bit easier. Yeah. Well, basically, what do you want to do? Let's talk about. I don't know. The statements are written about me. Now, isn't it funny that my wife was dragged to a hen do, which was supposed to be in someone's house, which I discussed obviously openly, honestly, loads of times. I am really bored. It's used the camera, so I really can't be bothered. I'm sick of this. And wasn't it? Was at a pub. As we all know, she came back with a wristband, yada yada yada. And then 6 weeks afterwards, I was removed from my home with a statement saying, I objected to her going to the thing. Well, yeah, I did because it was going to be drugs there anyway, and Sarah Jane doesn't do drugs, as I did tell our children. Do you remember this? And then what else did I do? Oh, yeah, that was right. I then went and spoke to the CPS whilst under caution, not arrested. And convenient enough, this thing appeared that said, oh, blah, blah, blah. She went out and did all these things, came back with this, came back with that, which was completely untrue. She came back stoned out of her face. Yeah, the worst I've ever seen. And yes, I do have friends with lots of recreational smoking habits, don't I? Let's see. Well, hold on. One of the statements: husband smoked profusely while she was going to be a teacher before she had children. Every day. Let's see what else. Um, and then yeah, conveniently enough, all these statements were written to back up what they'd caused to do because Sarah Jane obviously told her, well, them. I mean, she got sent. I didn't agree going because there was drugs there. So instead, they had me removed for coercive and control. Which was during the same year where someone had already sent social services around. Apparently, the school had said that I'd stamped on my youngest son and there was bruising all down his leg. There was no bruising down his leg, nor did I stamp on my son. Yeah. And then various loads of rubbish came out, and apparently, my wife was going to see a child social services worker every week and all the rest of it, which is, as we know, outside their mandate. In the meantime, I wasn't told to be there, nor was I going to attend anything with a child social services worker there. They're meant to be dealing with children. If we were to be dealt with social services, it would be an adult social services worker, as we already know. But straight away, this idiot tried to, I don't know, cause me acts on a man I wouldn't do, yada yada. You know all this story. Do you see how this works? And yet, I'm still being hacked into, which won't be looked at like something. Well, we're not really sure. Well, they're not going to do anything basically because apparently it's above their pay grade, yada yada yada. What else is it? Let me think. Oh yeah, sorry. Um, what is it? Oh, that's right. Because all the people that are doing the hacking know even both my PIN numbers. They've hacked into three lots of emails now. Removed my actual. Well, I was under review for a job with MI6. Let's have it right. All this year. And they hacked into that as well. They hacked in and changed my MI5 password. Sarah Jane's aware of all of these, but to protect her little friends, after they sat there and groomed our children with her, no doubt bought into them. And what else did they do? Oh, yeah, that's right. Now, when I left my PlayStation 4 with my elder son on body cam. And he said he'd look after it for me temporarily until I could get things sorted out. And because I was bailed away and not allowed to talk to my wife at any point, because then she might tell me the truth, and then all her little druggy friends' lies might be pulled out for everyone to see, which is going to happen anyway, guys. You might want to think about that logically. Yeah, so they did. When I finally got my PlayStation and plugged it in, it had been wiped completely. Imagine that. So that's criminal damage. And then I got subdued, and then after being homeless again on the beach because my aunt used me as some sort of free labour, as she said in Stratton, I then got my PlayStation fixed, and then yet again because there was basically it was hacked into, and all the stuff that had been put on there by the guy from the local shop who'd fixed it for me for nothing, so I could go online. It was all removed instantaneously. Isn't that fun? Yeah, isn't it a lot of fun? So that's more criminal damage. And then we add to that everything else. You see how this works? You see how bored of this I am? Do I have mental health? No, I never did. I had an actual mental health checkup and I was said, no requirement, Chris. In fact, I'd be outside having words with the people that are harassing your family. So would I. In fact, after they set fire to my house, I actually wanted to fill them in, which is why I asked my wife to knock on the door. I said, you better go because I want to smash their faces in. Because it was done deliberately. It wasn't done by children, although the imaginary crime number that they phoned the police about never happened. What else? I really don't know. I'm so bored of this rubbish. Listen, guys, everyone in Eastleigh who's witnessed these things, I'll be talking to you soon to get you the right bits of paperwork for me to say, yeah, I witnessed this, witnessed that, hacking into TikTok, the fact that other people's internet was hacked into, the fact that I can't find the Sarah Jane Marshall Sedge Facebook page anymore because it's not there, but everyone else can see it. It's available to them. Isn't that funny? Or the fact that she was then going out at 2 in the morning getting her face painted and neglecting our kids. Well, yeah, but your eldest... No, it's not. So she dumped me to go out and be more of a druggie and alcoholic. To abuse our children. Because apparently I was stopping her from doing it. I never stopped Sarah Jane from doing a bloody thing throughout our entire relationship. Despite the fact that all the people she went out with the time were druggies. All I've done is safeguard her and safeguard my kids from day one. And I'm the one who's lost everything. Now, I'm looking forward to tearing social services apart because apparently they're not liked by anyone in this country. Isn't it funny, after lockdown, they were inundated with people to go and pull families apart for because they get a couple £100 per child they remove. Now, that's legalised human trafficking. You're part of that now, Sarah Jane, as well, are you? Seems Tristan is, isn't he? Turns up telling me I'm 46 years old. Funny said, you know I'm not. Interesting, isn't it? You see how this works? I'm sick and tired of it all. You want to back druggies because you're all scared of your pasts. Simple as that. Me and Sarah Jane had an honest, open relationship. What's the matter? You were jealous? Although I suddenly went on my way to ruin a magical relationship with me and Sarah Jane by telling people that we were being actually listened to by the use of some form of listening tech from next door. When it goes to court, Sarah Jane, remember that the bug detection device was bought on my eBay account, which I signed over to you decades ago. And it's there. It's provable, it's usable, and it picks up everything. And it did. Straight away, full reading. Now, you know this to be true. That's the best part about it. And because you haven't done anything, you're aiding and abetting criminal activities. Our eldest son is now a criminal, pelting a terminally ill woman with projectiles from actually where we live with the next door neighbour's son. Isn't that fun? Wow. Aren't Mummy and Daddy going to be so proud? Eh? So what's this about, Lynn said, eh? You're putting other people before our children's safety. You had Robert back into our house. He has no right to be there. None of these people have any right to be near our children. You are endangering them yourself. And I've done so since day one. You didn't want to listen to me. You want to listen to other people rather than talking to your family. Grow a brain, girl. Get your head out of the sand for once and do the right bloody thing by our children. Because if you don't, and this is a solemn vow and a promise to you, now listen to me, world, I don't do this very often. I promise you now, if that woman doesn't do the right thing via our children, I will not help her in a single way with any form of evidence. And I've got plenty to back that woman up. I just won't bother. Despite loving her, we'll see how she likes actually going to prison. Because with the sort of rubbish I've been through, prison would be a welcome relief to all this rubbish. See you soon, guys in Andover. That's a fact.